Good day once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live chat with James. I'm coming to you from the studios here at ProPix TV in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I am James Cousineau, and tonight we're going to change the pace a little. We've been talking a lot about politics and, tariffs and trade wars and all of that stuff, but I thought tonight we'd go into the entertainment realm, reality crime and specifically. Reality TV and documentaries are a fascinating capturing entertainment outlet for a lot of people. And of course, with the world of podcasting, with TV streaming, as well as traditional television, there is so much to choose from. Now, ProPix TV is not one to have ignored this. We actually also own our sister station, which is True Crime and Justice TV. You can find that online at truecrimeandjusticetv.com, where you can stream different episodes and different documentaries, different podcasts, and all kinds of different information on true crime and justice programs and issues that are currently facing the world and in the world of crime, as well as historical stories about different criminals, criminal activity, and so much more. This coming spring, we're actually going to be putting a bunch of new episodes up. We've got some new things going on with the podcasting, as well as some great new documentaries coming up this spring that'll be launching on the channel as well. Now, True Crime and Justice TV is free. You just go there and you can just watch programs that are there. We have a full series that looks at the family of the Sacklers. Yes, the Sackler family, the Purdue Pharmaceutical Company, and the family at the helm of it that brought us a lot of opioids and illegally marketed and targeted consumers with these opioids that led to the opioid crisis that is not only impacting Canada and the US, but worldwide. Now, as I said, we have been working on this for quite a while, and now that the channel online has been growing steadily with the different programs that are there, but we've branched it out as well. So we've got a lot of new and original content coming up, and it's going to be not only streaming on the channel, but we are expanding the True Crime and Justice TV into the realm of Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and so many other platforms that you'll be able to stream episodes on. Take it even further, we have launched onto Substack as well as podcasts. So you can take the episodes on the go. You can actually get the podcasts on YouTube or on your favorite podcast carriers such as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, Apple iTunes, and all of the different platforms that you use for podcasts. You can now actually get the True Crime and Justice and the ProPix TV episodes that you can take on the go. So you can find it just under, if you're looking for the podcast, it's under ProPix TV or ProPix Media, depending on the platform. But again, it's on all major streaming platforms now. We are launching, as I said, onto the streaming TV. We did have ProPix TV, but we brought it down so we could refresh it, give it a new look, and bring a lot newer and easier ways to stream through the channel and to make it just a lot more user-friendly. So again, if you are a fan of true crime programs and justice and different things like that, we'll also be looking at real police dash camera footage, body cam footage, different episodes to those dedicated to those areas, as well as looking at new technology for weapons that are being used in the world of law enforcement around the world, especially when it comes to non-lethal tools that they are implementing to safely try to defuse situations, make arrests without having to use the traditional firearms. So it's pretty cool to watch. And as you can see in the background, that is actually a part of the website, truecrimeandjusticetv.com. And you can actually go on there. And as I said, right now, you can go on and stream different, well, probably not right now, because otherwise I'd lose you as a viewer here. But if you are a fan of true crime and true justice and other social issue programs, you can check out a lot of original content as well as links through this site that you can watch other programs from NBC and A&E and other major platforms as well, or major networks, sorry. And so again, as a fan of true crime and justice, I really enjoyed the platforms, I enjoyed the genre, and I thought what a better way to expand our brand through the ProPix TV brand by having the sister station, TrueCrimeAndJusticeTV.com. And again, that is a free site that you can stream, and it goes in many different areas of crime, criminality, and dealing with social issues. The opioid epidemic and betrayal of trust is a full series that looks at the opioid crisis, the impacts on communities, the lack of accountability when it came to the Sackler family and Purdue Pharma and several other pharmaceutical companies that were at the helm of this. So again, it is just a sad state of affairs when we look at that. Let's see, it's not eligible for recommendation in restricted search results because it contains unoriginal or reproduced content. This is in line with the For You feed eligibility. Yeah, I guess they do that because I've got it linked up through the background here for the website. And the algorithm doesn't realize that I actually have full ownership of the content and copyright of it. So we'll get rid of the background in a bit here. But again, it is a great channel that you can watch. There's a full series, as I was saying, about the Sackler family, about the opioid epidemic, how it got started, how it continues to move through the court and regulatory process to try and hold people accountable for the opioid crisis that has cost tens of thousands of lives throughout North America and around the globe. Now, this was done through the use of doctors and pharmaceutical reps who were essentially bribed and paid off to help to really push the narrative that these drugs were safe and that they really downplayed the addiction factor of these opioids. And we know that it has had a terrible impact worldwide. So again, you can watch the series on the website. Again, we do have certain sponsors on some of the programs, and it's just a quick, basically.
What if I told you that one family has played a significant role in the international opioid crisis? A crisis that has devastated communities globally, taking countless lives and leaving a trail of despair in its wake. This isn't a tale of an anonymous, faceless entity, but rather a story about the Sackler family, the owners of Purdue Pharma, the makers of OxyContin. OxyContin, a powerful opioid painkiller, has been at the heart of this crisis. It's a drug that's been overprescribed, misused, and abused.
So as you can see, there's, as I said, there's a lot of different things here. You can find out about Robert Pickton and how the system failed. Not only that failed him, but failed, most importantly, all of the victims and their families of Robert Pickton on his pig farm in Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, Canada. But again, we have stories about international crimes as well. The Charles Manson cult of evil. You've got the Green River Killer. You have the Canada's Buried Secrets. Again, that is an original series or an original documentary that looks at the atrocities of the Canadian residential school system going back over the last 80 or so years, and how there are still unmarked graves at some of those sites and locations. We also look at the Shingwalk Residential School in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as other information and stories as well. So again, we have a lot of different programs, the history of the MS-13 gang and how they grew to prominence in the world. India's human rights. We are looking at, just so many different things. So again, if you are a fan of true crime programs, by all means, check it out. I'm sure that you will enjoy it. And yeah, it is a great, great, exciting project of ours. We are proud of it. We are proud of the ability for people to also take the episodes on the go through the streaming platforms, as well as, of course, the podcasting. So again, whether it is, Spotify or Audible or any of the other main platforms for podcasts, you can get them there. Again, we will be putting the links up very soon. In the next few days, you'll be able to just go to the site and be able to hit the links to Spotify and all the different platforms for the streaming. And then, as I said, this spring, you'll be able to watch the episodes on your TV through Roku, Apple TV, and so many other devices that are streaming straight to your home and around the world. So yeah, exciting things are happening, and as I said, the true crime genre is pretty interesting, and for some people it is terrifying because they look at the sad state and reality of the criminal mind in the world today and throughout history. But at the end of the day, it's also about learning. It's about understanding the human mind, about understanding the horrific events that have happened and not forgetting the victims. And that is what it comes down to, is really remembering victims of violent crime and ways to support law enforcement to try to prevent these mass killings or these horrific events from repeating themselves. We also look at things such as the Highway of Tears, the missing and murdered Indigenous women. And it is just so many different topics to look at. But what we pride ourselves on is the ability for you as a viewer, if there are different stories or topic areas that you would like us to cover and create documentaries on and podcast episodes, then by all means let us know. You can email directly smile@propixcanada.com. That's SMILE at PROPICS Canada.com. And you can give us story ideas if there's a certain criminal activity, whether it is corporate greed and crime, whether it is political corruption, and so forth. We've covered all of these different areas, and we are open to covering new areas. So again, if you have a topic or a story that you would like us to investigate and bring a podcast episode or a streaming episode about, we are happy to do that, because again, it's all up to the viewers. We want to be ensuring that you feel like you are a part of the programming here. So again, check it out. Again, you can find it at truecrimeandjusticetv.com. And although we are broadcasting it from Vancouver, British Columbia, we are covering stories from around the globe. So again, don't be shy. No matter where you're watching from, log in, check it out, and be proud of yourself that you are a part of this channel. We are at this time going to restart the live, and this way we can change the backdrop, because that is interfering with the ability for people to join and for it to be broadcast out there further to a bigger audience. So we're going to just change it up. And what I'll do first is change the, drop the backdrop and see if that brings us back in line to that production or to that live segment, and allow it to be shared, or if we need to restart as a fresh live episode. So we'll find out here in a moment. But again, if there are different topics that you would like to discuss, by all means, let us know. If there's something that you'd like to talk about, let's keep it fun and talk about different things, whether it's film production and entertainment, television programs that you like, whether it's reality or drama or situational comedies. By all means, let us know what you like so we can talk about it here. Tonight on Perspectives, we talked about a program on the CBC in Canada called Alliance. And what's unique about Alliance is that it is one of the first major mainstream programs on Canadian and probably North American television that features a very strong lead character that is a Sikh female. And yeah, Alliance is shot in Surrey, British Columbia, with a very strong Sikh family and a Sikh female RCMP officer who's trying to help her father, her politician father. And I'm not going to give anything else away. I think you should check it out. Or check out the latest episode at Satellage TV. Again, that's youtube.com/@Satellage TV, SATLUJ TV. Check out the latest episode of Perspectives, and yeah, you can catch the full report on Allegiance, and it is a great program on the CBC. So again, you can go check out today's episode of Perspectives to see what that's all about. Other than that, folks, yeah, we have been talking about the True Crime and Justice TV. I like a lot of the different crime dramas as well. Some of my favorites, of course, Law and Order has been around since I was a teenager, so it's it's been on a while, we'll say. Other great shows are Chicago PD, and yeah, so there's a lot of things to choose from. There is Sight Unseen, both in full disclosure. I have done background roles in Sight Unseen, in Allegiance, in probably over 200 different television and film projects. So again, I'm there as a supporting actor, background, different places within the production realm as an actor. So again, from the very low rings of just background actor and such. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great industry to be involved in if you don't mind working long hours and doing a lot of sitting around. But it is a lot of fun and great people involved in the film industry. So it is something that if you are really interested in Vancouver, I'm fortunate that my local city here and my province has a very strong and booming film and television industry generally. Right now, of course, the film industry has seen a major slowdown in Canada and in the U.S. I think that what's happening is there's been a lot of adjustment where the TV networks are focusing their valuable dollars when it comes to the production ends. They are cutting back on some programs. Even the streaming services have had to cut back their budgets for production as well. Excuse me, in terms of the number of productions they're putting through. It is, again, about the streaming, about the value, and bringing new programs that are of interest to the viewers. And some programs have been slam dunks when it comes to pushing out the hit programs, but others have been blockbuster failures. Ones that they thought were going to be blockbusters and turned out to be duds. So again, it is hit and miss in this world of production and show creation. The show creators work their asses off to try to bring entertainment that people are interested in, and sometimes for any number of reasons, not putting fingers on writers or showrunners and creators, because it could be so many different things that contribute to a show being successful or not so much. So again, you can't really point the finger. Generally, of course, there are exceptions to every rule. And that is just the way the world turns, right? You can look at different scandals for actors or actresses or producers, directors, production companies. There's just so many variables that go into influencing different productions. So again, just pick what you like, go with what you like, and that's all there is to it. But yeah, the film industry is kind of slow right now. And then you also have the tariffs and other issues that are impacting the production budgets, the questionable areas about what's going to happen in the future, immediately and down the road. So again, there's a lot of different variables that are impacting the film industry right now. I do anticipate as things calm over the next, I would say probably after, in the next production year, probably. I don't think we're going to have a very strong production year this year. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people within the industry are going to be really suffering because a lot of you don't realize the majority of people in the film industry are not making these massive paychecks that unfortunately many people visualize when they think film, television, entertainment. But a lot of people aren't making those huge paychecks that the A-listers are. But unfortunately, people just look and go, oh, they're all, they're all overpaid and whatnot. But there's a lot of people in the industry that are working for minimum wage or, not much above it, or at least not even reaching the standard of living minimums. So, it's really important that you support the entertainment. It's great to see that people do. Unfortunately, when you do the illegal streaming, not free streaming, but illegal streaming, that has a direct impact as well on the budgets because, again, that is, money that comes out of the productions that won't be there to help produce future episodes or a new series. So again, it's important to try to keep that in mind as well, that, when you are basically pirating different episodes or illegally streaming, that has a direct impact on the livelihood of a lot of people that work in the industry and are not making millions of dollars by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're talking to your friends, when you're looking to watch something online. And, it's a lot different. It doesn't, I'm not focused on that statement in terms of free streaming. That's a whole different thing when it is a licensed free stream. And that's like Roku or other channels. That is fine. There are revenue streams to be had there for the productions, the producers, and they may not be large-scale revenue streams, but at least they are there and licensing it, as opposed to the illegal sites. And you know what they are. It's no secret that there are the illegal sites out there. But again, you are taking the food off of some people's table by doing that. So try to keep that in mind when you're looking for entertainment value and something to watch. But again, there are some great things happening in the entertainment industry as well. There are some protections that have been brought in when it comes to AI and trying to give those protections to the actors, to the producers, to the writers, to all different aspects of film and television production, animation, video game creation, all of these different areas that are intertwined in those contracts or at some level or another in the artistic fields and the creative fields. And that is great. But again, we are going to see a real transition when it comes to the use and the contract negotiations in the future when it comes to AI and the ability to utilize that as a production replacement instead of just a production tool. And I think that's where you need to really focus as well, is that you can utilize AI in areas of writing, in areas of visual effects or such, in which it is being utilized as a tool for the people that work within the industry. But when it starts to be utilized as a replacement for people in the industry, that really is going to have a detrimental effect on the level of entertainment produced, but also on the jobs and professions of people that have been working and trying to achieve their dream of the creative field being stripped away. And again, their ideas won't be shared with the world. Their artistic talents, their creative talents won't be shared with the world if you allow AI the full replacement of the creative minds that go behind it. I don't think that's going to happen in the very near future, but I do think it is not the very distant future either. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a double-edged sword that technology changes, it evolves, it brings greatness to the way that we consume media, but at the same time, we don't want to see it fully replace the way that we create the media either. So it's a delicate balance. It really is. It's a tough one to really look at right now. But at the end of the day, let's support the people working within the film industry, and even more so, let's support the people who are not working right now because it is slow. For those people that are working or others who want to support the film industry, there are organizations that help different people within the industry, and that's whether it's the union or the non-union workers, places that are out there. So do your research, look at your union, look at different professional organizations. You can look at the AFC. They are a charity or a nonprofit that helps people in challenging situations within the film industry. And again, most people are not making the big paychecks that naturally come to mind that people have been preconditioned to think of when they talk about film and television production. Most people are working just a living, working for a living wage, and some people even below that. So again, it's try to support your local film and television industry, and your streaming platforms, and even your content creators on platforms such as YouTube and Stitch, and all of these different platforms. By supporting them, you are keeping the creative industries alive, and really helping to encourage and support the future of entertainment. So with that said, folks, I am going to call it a night on this live episode. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, check out a lot of the different productions that happen in your community and share them in the comment section. I would love to know where you live, what productions are filming in your community, or which ones may even highlight your community. We have, as I said, the new show Allegiant here in Surrey, British Columbia that's being filmed, and it's actually representing Surrey, British Columbia, as opposed to being a stand-in for Seattle, Tacoma, Washington, Blaine, Washington, or other areas, Portland, Los Angeles, whatever the case is. A lot of times Vancouver is standing in for different communities, different cities, different towns, for different productions, but this one actually is taking place in Surrey, and that is a big part of the storyline, so it's a great show to check out on the CBC Gem. Once again, folks, this is James Cousineau coming to you from ProPix TV Studios and True Crime and Justice TV. Enjoy your day. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Take care, everyone, and stay safe.